Hello again, this is the Waterman. This is a spiritual toolbox short, part 2 of the to worship, or worshipped, okay? Now, in John chapter 4, verse 20, okay, it says, in the King James Version, our fathers worshipped in this mountain, and you say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Okay, let me show you. That was the King James Version. The New King James Version says, our fathers worshipped on this mountain, and you Jews say that in Jerusalem is the place where one ought to worship. And both those are just translations. Okay, so let's take a closer look at it. In this word worshipped. Okay, I did one recording already. This is the second one, okay? I'll try to tie it up a little bit. I'm just trying to open it up. Okay? Now, it's the word proskyneo. This word right here.
Strong's G, 4352. Proskyneo.
Okay.
Proskyneo.
Now, I was looking at it and looking at the, like, they're both verbs, okay, in both places, okay? But one, the first time when it says worshipped, is in the past tense, okay? And the second time, this verb is in the present tense, okay? Now, so it's showing a progression, but see, they're both still drinking from the Jacob's well water. It's like going through your first day experience, this first age in your walk with God, and going through your second day. You're not yet to the third day where you're being resurrected, completed, and married back to God. And that's in each stop process in your mind. Okay, we have to worship. We have to, God's building a relationship builder in all these storms of our lives. Like in this mountain, treacherous, you know, it's getting, you're raising up, but it's getting more and more treacherous, but you have to focus harder and harder and harder. Become closer and closer and closer. Like in the land of Goshen, you're drawing near to God. See now, in this, I'll try not to get ahead of myself, but in this, in this walk with God, we are like a first day, second day, third day, okay? And then the new promise, the outer court and the holy place, this out, basing all your stuff on this outside exterior stuff, your reactions, your thinking processes are basing more on what's going on around you. Just like a thermometer is taking the temperature of this stuff out here. In the third day, when God's really good, it's like taking your focus and focusing it. It's inside here. Take care of your own backyard, your own mind, this land, this field. Because there's two in that earth. In your earthly thinking, your fleshly thinking. That soulish stuff, God's getting down in there and taking it out. He's not taking it all out, boom, one time, and you're just perfected. Punch's going to take it, and I'm just waiting. No. God, you by waiting on God, that like the word wait in Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31, I think it is, 30, 31, where those that wait upon the Lord shall mount up with wings as eagles, they'll run and not grow weary, they'll walk and not faint. That word wait, remember, is to actively wait. As in, like God's giving a string and then taking a double when you green light, and it's twisting it into a stronger and stronger and stronger rope. It's load testing you in this mountain, in these mountain areas in your life. You got to walk through this first day, second day experiences. You can't skip that and go, well, I'll just take you to the third day and, I'll come like taking a garden as an analogy. Being like you're in a garden, you got manure all over it. Fertilizer, bullshit, right? Thinking. in here. And it's got seeds of Christ in there. You're not just all of a sudden going to germinate and then boom, it's a full plant. Just like blink your eye or instantly. It's going to grow up instantly. Huh? It's going to skip all that processing in each and every area of your life. You think of processing, and it's going to be a full-grown plant bearing much fruit, bunch of vegetables. Huh? Now it's going to go through that processing, like God's processing plant, processing His will, the way God does it. Huh? The process, it's ongoing. And that's because there's a reason for that. Whenever God's doing this, through this experience, every little step is a permanent increase in that joy, that gratitude, that wow, Father, oh my goodness, that hurrah, oh, that whole thing. Like autonomy, a whole deal, going through all the storms, there's a purpose in it. So you can truly know God and that good news, that gospel, going through that experience is bringing the truth to you. So you can worship this word I've been telling you about, that proskyneo, deeper and deeper, focusing, like going up that spiraling staircase, like the electromagnetic spectrum. Turn on its end, it's a spiral, like a funnel, but God's got it going up. That's each step. You're gaining permanent increases in God. You can't skip and go, well, I'll go all the way. I'll start at a radio wave, big, long, huh? And then I'll just skip all this stuff and go right to the end and be right there in the gamma ray. I don't need all that other stuff. No, that's part of getting you to that phase. Like putting on the wedding garments of God. You can't go to that wedding. You're no other way. You got to do it God's way. You can't skip the first day and the second day experience in your processing of each one of those little balls. Huh? There's a whole lot of that crap thinking, that dark carnal thinking, non-spiritual stuff. You got to get out of there. See, take that 1 with 35 zeros after it. It's on the top. Thinking that's superior, and the seed planted down in it, like planting in your garden, flip it. On top. It's still one little tiny. It's got to go through much processing, 1 to 2 to 4 to 8, to bring it back to its 1 to 1. You can't go flip up and there's 1, and then there's like a fraction of 1 with 35 zeros after it, and then all of a sudden, bam, skip all of it, and it's just equal 1 with 35 zeros on top, 1 with 35 zeros on top. That's 1 over 1. When you reduce it, bam, back into oneness with God. Man, easy peasy. I'll just skip right. That's not God's way. Huh? You know better than the omniscient Lord. That's a carnality right there. Oops, red light. Beep, beep, beep. Ooga. Big alarm. Something wrong with that thinking. You're not agreeing with God. I'll do it my way. I'll try to trick God. Is that from the trickster? From that Jacob nature? From that serpent nature? It's more subtle than the beast of the field? Are you listening to that old alpha dog? It's got all those ites, those 7 ites in it. Huh? Well, your own non-spiritual thinking. Your carnal mind, it's enmity, directly opposed to God. Your old beast nature, your 666 thinking. That's all garbage. Baggage. You can't take that through the eye of the needle back to God. It's absolutely denied by God. You gotta, God gives you the opportunity and adhere yourself. Cling to God. Let Him bring you out. Okay? And this worship is showing you, your progression. Okay? And so, like, let me read this verse again now. Through these next few verses, Jesus is kind of revealing to this woman at the well, this Samaritan woman at the well, that the old religious Jews wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. They only want to condemn you. Like they took that woman caught in adultery and wanted to stone her. They had the head stoner man, he's going to crush her head. Right? That woman caught in adultery, being unfaithful to God, not just some outward exterior thing of actual a woman committing sexual act. No. We're talking about internal. You're being unfaithful to God. You're not choosing, in those eyes of the storm, God. You're choosing your own image, your own me, myself, and I. This ego is you're increasing it instead of increasing God. See, so those ones throwing rocks at this woman, at you, me, whoever's in the storm, and we're all going through storms to varying degrees in varying ways, Even what looks like easy peasy to other people is not easy. It's all, pressures in the world, and it's orderly arrangement in here. There must be tribulation, thalipsis, pressures. But be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. That's Christ, Jesus. Jesus. Yahweh is salvation. Alright? He's deliverance, his way out of this stuff. Way through this stuff, and you gotta do it God's way. Not your way, it's Yahweh. God's way. Now, I covered down through here this proskyneo. Comes from 43:14. And let me see if I can find the notes here. Yeah, that's like pros in the etymology of that word. It's pro. It's like the pro way, the superior way, okay? Go God's superior way. Don't listen to that liar of your own carnal ego telling you this is the better way, this is to your advantage. Right, the process speaking of to your advantage, but it's coming from this is the superior way. A pro way. If you're a pro, you do it just like me. Our Father's always done it this way. Right, first day. Second day, you're listening to those old Jews. The Jews say, the non-spiritual Jews, they wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole, they just poke at you. Throw rocks at you. Trying to do it by your own works, your own good works, stuff don't work. It's not by works, least any man boast. Boast in himself. Look at me, man. I'm a big, bad, mangy rooster. No. That's Amorite. You can't do it all being a Hittite or Hivite either. Hittites that tear, right? Fear. False evidence appearing real. God is not giving you a spirit of fear, but a power of love and a sound mind, right? Not giving you that attitude in here. Either you're an overcomer or you're going on down your own shitter, right? You're sitting here and taste that spell and you're biting it. Hook, line, and sinker with that log ego. You're biting into that ego. Your own ego's way of thinking. Don't buy that stuff. Ooh, yuck. I'm not eating that. I'm not sticking that diarrhea in my mouth. No matter if it tastes good in my mouth because it agrees with me, it's going to make me sick. Remember? Like this chicken boil water. I'm not going to drink that stuff. Because whenever I drink that stuff, I can get typhoid fever, giardia, salmonella, E. coli. Man, I could get that going nasty. Oh, man, it's sick. Alright? Okay. It's death, really. Separation from God. Okay? So, these two, it's like kind of saying your first day and second day experience. You're trying, maybe you're not at times. That could be
See, hamartia, you're trying to hit the bullseye, what God wants you to do. You're just missing. It's going to get better. Just keep practicing. Green light God as best that you can. And you can't fool God, so it really needs to be your best. Not just, hey, I'll put on a facade, I'm really trying. I got fooled. Yeah, I'll just pretend here a little bit, then I can lay back and do what I want to do. In your mind, right? It's not going to fly with God. He takes that one thought process, under a magnifying glass down in there. I see darkness here. You want to get rid of this? You want to chop this out? Skim it out? Way out. Your answer. Yes, sir, Daddy. I agree totally. Throw that stuff up in hot pursuit and qualify with God. So when you qualify enough, he takes you out of this, like that cucumber, out of that bitter vinegar solution, and brings you up a pickle. Closer and closer and closer to his will, his righteousness. Your righteousness, cucumber. His righteousness, pickle. In your mind, each thought process. Make it short. And he's going to thrash it for you. Okay? Now, are you going to agree with God? Or are you going to try to ride the fence, try to manipulate anything, try to convince yourself? You lie the lowest when you lie to yourself. Well, I'm giving everything I got. Well, kind of keep back a little bit of change for myself, you know, gotta take care of myself. Instead of being like that poor widow woman, man, she gave everything. Even though it was like 2 bites, 2 little pennies. And God was giving a whole bunch, but that was just out of the excess of what they had. They wasn't giving all that they had. That's you, me, and whatever in the storms. You got to give it all. I surrender all. Well, do you? Are you doing that? Or are you being like this in the first day and second day? Our fathers didn't do it that way. They kept back some stuff for themselves, you know. Man, out of their own thinking, they didn't. Because they was afraid. I mean, or they was an Amorite. Oh, full of pride. They had to have pride in themselves. Arrogance. They were ostentatious. Oh, man, don't do that. Don't put on that old facade. Oh, man, I'm cracked. You ain't gonna fool God. They say, you didn't do it. Like that woman telling them, Jesus, the woman at the well, that's you, me. Right? I'm not married to no 5. I don't have, The one you have now is not your husband. You're married to these 5. You're in cahoots with your seeing, hearing, taste, touch, and smell, and you got your own ego in the way. You're locked right in there. Whether you know it or not, you're tied into that bullcrap thinking. You got the shits. Right? Make it funny. Man, you got poop all over you, child. Come on up here and I'll clean you off. Come out of that hog pen, man. You're a mess. Come back to the Father's house. But it's a long way to the top. But see, you got to make that first step. Germinate, see, to keep going, green light, right? Now, so when we get down through there, that pros, and the pro way, the superior way, is the first part. And then the second part, we didn't get that covered last time, but I also needed to go in this other area. God was telling me there's more there, so I had to keep looking and digging. Yeah, he opened it up to me. Okay. Now, in this second part of 2965, I'm going to get down here so it can pronounce this for you. I try to pronounce it right, but I might mess up, you know. Now, this is Kyon, I think. Kuyon, maybe. Kyon.
Cool on.
Strong's G 2965. Cool on.
Cool on.
Cool on.
I was getting it. That's a root word, okay? And that's the other part of this. Okay, the pro way is cool on. What does that mean? A dog. A man of a man of impure mind. Impure mind. An impudent man. An impudent means a disrespectful, failing to show proper respect, honor, reverence to God. You're biting into that old ego thinking. You're not respecting God. They're very rude, dishonoring, This is disagreeing with God in the storms of your own life, your individual life. The first or second day, you do that quite a bit. As you're going through this funnel of correction, spiraling up, and you're gaining these levels. And this is in each and every area of your thinking, just like that spaghettification going into a black hole, it's stringing you out. And every little thought process. Right? Focusing it in there. As you keep on the right hat, keep taking those shitter's hats off. You're focusing in closer and closer and closer. You're in the land of Goshen, drawing near to God. You got to go through those days, those ages in the earth. Not just a one-time thing. Well, I'm done with it. Not just even 2 or 3. Nope. However many God requires for each thought process. It's God's way, not your way, right? So, don't be an impotent man. Don't be a dog. It's cool on. Cool on. Alright? Instead, agree back into God. And in this word, in the thing in the etymology, it says, it's in not be that dog that's a nasty dog, the beast nature, the red way, go the green way. And that's just meaning like a dog licking his master's hand. Oh, Father, yes. Not my will, but your will be done. This argument. God, in the storms of your life, God's given his argument, his case, his explanation, and the intensification to give you the opportunity to repent, change the way you think, and see what he's, that he's the exceeding great reward. God's ways is correct. That old stuff, give up on that old junk. And then as a dog licking his master's hand, you come back. Oh my goodness, Father. And you give it all. And then he brings out hurrah. Oh my goodness, yes. And it opens up. He gives the increase whenever you qualify that you may. Right? With God. Not with you. No, I'm saying, man, I cowered down for a little bit. And remember also in this proskyneo, it's like to bow down and touch the head to the floor. Many different pictures like showing this. Doesn't mean you actually got to go out and do that out all the time. I mean, you can in appropriate situations, but that's not, you get bogged all down with that too. Trying to do. You'd be you subside into this like second place where the Jews say, we don't want to do that. The man-made religious stuff. The Pharisees and stuff. What are they doing? What's it say about the Pharisees? They're bitter enemies of Jesus Christ and his cause. Yahweh's salvation. They're not agreeing with God. They polished the outside of the cup. Yeah, look at me, man. I'm a big bad Billy. And inside, it's full of all kinds of dead men's bones. Carnality. Don't be like that. Keep going. Keep going. God's a rewarder. Those that diligently seek him. They keep focused. Keep putting on the right hat and take off the old. Don't say, oh man, I got this on. Can't get it off. Oh man, this is up. I'm a bad boy. I'm a bad boy. And they're leaving it on. That Shitter's Union hat. Don't be a Shitter's Union. Yuck. Ooh, yuck. Vomit that stuff out of your mouth. Don't wear. Don't possess. Echo. Echo, I think is what they pronounce it. That old carnal way of thinking. Ooh, yuck. God doesn't allow that stuff. You don't allow that stuff. Agree with God. Drive out those aboriginal inhabitants in your land, in your mind, and possess it in their place. That's some kind of a military term to do that. Emphatically, aggressively, in hot pursuit. Not against someone else. You want out there, well, I hit him in the face because he said aggressive. Or I threw rocks at it. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Inside your mind, take care of that crap when God gives you the opportunity, man. Sock and duct tape. Whack! To that dog in your mind. And that's the bad dog, not this licking the master's hand. And adoration, respect, reverence, honor. Oh, Father, you are the greatest. Worship God. You got to habitually practice this, because you're not going to start out, put the seed of any thought process in your mind, and automatically be full fruit. It's magic. Because I agreed with you once. It's magic. Look at all the fruit and the vegetables, all of this thing. Because I agreed with you once. There's something missing there, son. Didn't do it my way. Depart from me. But I did it in your name, Father. No, you did it in a formula. You're just missing the mark. More practice. Here, let me turn up the heat a little bit. You didn't quite get it the first time. 1 to 2 to 4, going down the drain. It's not to condemn you. It brings you back to God. Don't let it callous you down to where you can't take the truth in. Get hardened down, bitter. You're not going to, like, hold my breath so much, Father God. You better change the way you're thinking, because you're making me mad. You're talking to God in the storms of your own life, your individual life. You're making me mad, God. You better. I've been putting up with this for a long time. Oh. Fathers told me alone, fathers and all this stuff. Told me I always did this way. What do you want me to change back to your way for? These old Jews are natural people telling you, do it this way, whack, 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 whack. And you're believing that stuff in your mind. Whack, whack, whack. Or believing you read it in a version. You don't go looking. Don't ask Father to reveal it to you, to give you his interpretation of it. You're taking your own carnal mind's interpretation and twist it to your own destruction. And as you eat that crap, you're going down the shitty pop, down the old chair, down the old stairs. Right? Don't do that. You're being a dumbass when you do it. You're not speaking the language of God, the love of God. All this ass nature, all this donkey nature, that's not speaking intelligibly. Right, like that word they use for barbarian. They can't like speak intelligibly. Okay? Don't do that stuff. You see, you're not going to be able to do it all at once. Flip that seed once, and then bam, it's a big old, like, take an acorn, be like a seed, plant it, and they flip it on there, and just magically, bam, it's a great big forest. What about all the growing and other seeds? Nah, you can't skip all that stuff. First day, second day, third day. Okay? Jesus is just revealing it to this woman, to you, me, whoever's in the storm. It rains on the just and the unjust. In the world there must be tribulation, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. It's the way we got to do it. Bring it back to where we get this the greatest. All right. Now, let me see here if I missed anything. Yeah, we got to be a love slave to God, not a love slave to ourselves, to our own righteousness, thinking we know it, and eating our own fruit from the tree of our own knowledge of good and evil, or drinking this Jacob's well water. It's poisonous. All right. Yeah. That ego, that I, causes you to miss the mark because you're eating SHITTS. Poop. Right. Let me see here. I can't read. I scribbled a bunch of little notes in there, but I think I covered it pretty well. Okay? So this has been part 1 and part 2 on this proskyneo. Okay? Meaning worship. Alright? And there's different tenses showing you past tense, present tense in these words. And it's showing you first day, second day. There's a progression in this. Back in the God. Back in, that's why I ain't got. Okay? Have a great day. If you like these videos, hit like and subscribe. I'll continue later. Bye-bye.